Anthony Joshua is one of the finest punchers we've ever seen in the recent history of the heavyweight division. He is a knockout specialist with a 91% knockout to win ratio. The 32-year-old has the look of a Greek statue, the power that demands respect, fundamental skills, and the heart of a lion to go along with it. He has racked up some tremendous victories over some of the sport's top contenders. Be sure to stick to the end of the video as we look over Joshua's 10 greatest hits that confirmed his exceptional destructive power.
Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
Joshua successfully defended his heavyweight title for the second time in December 2016 at the Manchester Arena, scoring a third-round technical knockout against an overmatched Eric Molina. With little over a minute left in the third, Joshua cracked Molina with a devastating right to the jaw, dropping him to the canvas.
He's going hunting, and he's going hunting now.
The challenger beat the referee's count, but Joshua jumped on him with a barrage of punches that ended in a left hook, forcing the referee to stop the fight.
We saw the effects. Molina does not want to be in here now. The fight's over. Stopped defending his IBF heavyweight title.
Unless the unthinkable happens, however unlikely.
In May 2015, Joshua easily finished Raphael Love, knocking him out in the second round with a stunning right hook to the chin. The 25-year-old dominated right away, walking down Raphael and punching through his defenses with a mix of left hooks and straight rights. In the second round, Love hardly got a punch in before Joshua delivered the knockout punch that ended the fight.
Shell of the fighter he once was, and a right hand lays him out, done and dusted. It is his sixth second-round win. Single shot, boom.
No blows. That's the limit. The limit is bound from your drive.
In April 2016, Anthony Joshua stopped Charles Martin in 2 rounds to claim the IBF heavyweight title. Some assumed Martin's southpaw stance would trouble Joshua, since he was the first left-hander Joshua had faced in the professional ranks. Anthony, however, needed half of the opening round to find his range, but once he did, he hit Martin with massive right hands that seemed to shock him.
Martin looking a little bit wary here. Just got tangled up there.
1 minute into the second round, Joshua slipped a right-hand jab and landed a solid counter straight right to Martin's chin, dropping him to the canvas.
Right, look for the left. Got him! Right hand on the floor.
Martin barely beat the referee's count, and after a big right hand, he went down again.
And he's down again. And Joshua on the brink here. Over. Done. Britain has a new world heavyweight champion. He tries to extend the jab, leaves it, misses with a jab. And then
Championship of the world. Anthony Joshua is 31, Pulev is 39.
Heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua knocked out Pulev in the 9th round with a combination of power and patience. In round 3, the Briton landed a strong right hand that forced his opponent to face a count and then dropped him with an uppercut seconds later. Perhaps exhausted by the chaos, Joshua eased off the pace, allowing Pulev to pose a little threat. But a flurry of uppercuts in the 9th floored the Bulgarian, and a straight right hand wiped him out.
Third knockdown of the fight for Anthony Joshua. Right hand, and down goes Pulev. I think no question, Sergio, you're right. Look at that right hand. That is Lennox Lewis Hassan Rahman right there.
Respect, keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both you want your heads in close, good luck to you both.
In December 2015, Joshua faced Dylan White in a resentment battle for the vacant British heavyweight title. In the first round, Joshua fought like a street thug, launching a barrage of hooks and uppercuts that hurt White many times. A flurry of late blows by Joshua caused White to counter, the Londoner attempting to punch Joshua while he was being held by the referee. This, in turn, led to both sets of entourages plus security invading the ring. A tense standoff followed before the canvas was cleared and the real action resumed. Joshua continued talking to White at the start of the second until he was staggered by a huge left hook. Despite the fact that Joshua was clearly hurt, White was unable to capitalize on his advantage. In the 7th round, however, White was wobbled by a hook to the temple before Joshua finished the job with a vicious uppercut.
there's a grin from White, but the legs are betraying him, and down he goes.
He's hurt. The way he went down.
Surely unbelievable at the finish. Joshua.
Jimbo, touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
IBF heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua ran his record to 17-0 with 17 KOs via 7th round stoppage victory in June 2016. Dominic was tough, but ultimately was no match for the chiseled champion. Dominic began round 3 with a swollen right eye, a round in which both fighters began throwing power punches, with Joshua snapping Dominic's head back with hard jabs. The end came in the 7th, with Dominic backing up against the ropes. Joshua unleashed a flurry of punches to send the American to the canvas. Dominic beat the referee's count, only to be countered with a barrage of punches, prompting the referee to stop the fight.
Everybody on their feet. Brazil fighting for his life now, but he's got nothing left. Anthony Joshua does it again.
In October 2013, Joshua easily defeated Paul Butlin when the referee stopped the fight 50 seconds into the 2nd round. Paul was not fit to continue in the aftermath of a devastating right that floored the 37-year-old veteran after Joshua had broken his guard with a sharp left. The power and accuracy of the strike were obvious by its effects on Paul's face. He somehow got back onto his feet, but the fight was stopped a few moments later.
Because nobody wants to see Butlin get hurt. Place here, and that's it. The towel comes in. Howard smile at the end from Paul Butlin, who says, "Yeah."
And remember, defend yourselves at all times. Shake hands.
In May 2015, Anthony Joshua scored a 2nd round TKO victory in a one-sided battle over veteran Kevin Johnson. Kevin appeared more interested in showboating than boxing in the 1st round, dropping his hand several times and mocking Joshua. However, he paid the price for his mistakes at the end of the round, as Joshua smashed him with a vicious combo that put him to the canvas. With just seconds left in the round, Kevin was allowed to continue, but Joshua quickly sent him back to the canvas with a barrage of uppercuts. Early in the 2nd round, Joshua landed a devastating combination with amazing ease and power, forcing the referee to stop the fight.
Is well deserved, but how much longer can this go on? And it's stopped inside 2 rounds. Kingpin just got bowled over, and the biggest smile
To fire up this damn night, the World Heavyweight titles.
In September 2018, and in front of nearly 80,000 in attendance, Joshua overcame an initial struggle, eventually stopping the Russian in round 7 to retain his world titles. Alexander used his mobility and moved in and out to hurt Joshua with his huge punches early on. The Russian had the upper hand midway through the fight, until round 5 when he began to tire. In the 7th, however, a devastating left hook reversed the tide, and Joshua ensured there would be no more rounds. Alexander was out on his feet before the Brit rushed back in with a barrage of heavy blows, forcing the referee to stop the fight.
Right here, and Raul Joshua with a big left hand, and 8 all over him.
In front of 90,000 fans in attendance at Wembley Stadium in London, Joshua defeated Klitschko via technical knockout in the 11th round. Vladimir employed a wait-and-see approach and outperformed the favorite, but in the 5th round, the picture of the fight changed dramatically. Joshua went on the attack and knocked Klitschko out. Vladimir fought back and regained control of the fight for the rest of the round, scoring his own knockdown in round 6.
You're not landing that one again.
The next few rounds were again cautious, both men wary of each other, until Joshua attacked Klitschko in round 11, sending him to the canvas.
There's another thing doing it. If you feel it,
Klitschko took it, but Joshua's going for a big left hand, and down goes.
The Ukrainian again rose, but Joshua knocked him down for a 2nd time in the round.
Klitschko is somehow trying to survive, but Anthony Joshua topples him again.
Then sent a barrage of punches while he was against the ropes, forcing the referee to stop the fight.
work from Joshua.
What fitness, what heart from Klitschko, but the fight has been steered. A new chapter, a new era in this most glamorous.
You never know. That's why I always say it's not over until it's over. And this right here proves it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos.
Joshua!